Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man, at your long delayed yet long awaited service. How are we all? Well, we all know it's Burns night. Well, it's Burns Day, which will become Burns night. It's also Chinese New Year, which is tomorrow. So this whole weekend's meant to be some kind of weird combination of Scots and Chinese sort of hijinks and shenanigans. We'll see how that transpires. Now, you guys will be aware, you kilted devoted will be aware that I've been absent for a few days, and not for the first time in recent weeks, because I've been dying with this bloody virus, which came back again after the last video I did, which was about the werewolf guide to movies, or the guide to werewolf movies. And imagine a werewolf's guide. It'd be ripped to bits, wouldn't it? Well, the shreds of a book here, I don't know what it's about. And I was kind of like, I was on the mend after having this virus since before Christmas. Yeah, Christmas, weeks back. And then finally, it kind of got to this little dry double tap, SAS double tap cough, which began to keep me awake at night with its relentlessness. I then went into proper strong fever, shivers, shakes, aches and pains, and I finally did that manly thing of seeing the doctor. Oh yes, you've got a secondary chest infection. Now that was a week ago, over a week ago. You've got a secondary chest infection. I am going to prescribe you antibiotics. Brilliant. And so I took them, and for a few days, in fact that weekend, and then the first few days of this week, we're now on Saturday, but Monday and Tuesday, I felt a hell of a lot better. I had the shits, don't get me wrong about that, but that's a side effect of the antibiotics. Amoxicillin, I think it is. Some of you guys might know this stuff, but amoxicillin, which kills the virus bugs dead, supposedly. And although someone should tell the virus bugs that, because those motherfuckers did not die. And I finished that course of tablets, and then from the Wednesday, in work, I pretty much collapsed. And when I went home that night, because I persevered throughout the day, but I went home and I went straight to bed. And I then did not leave my bed until pretty much Friday morning, which would be yesterday morning. And I managed to get another appointment at the doctor's, because they said, obviously, if this cough doesn't go, come back, because you've got this bloody Chinese virus, this Ying Tong Yibi Po itis, what's it called? Coronavirus or something like that. I thought Corona was a beer, and which is killing people left, right, and centre, and possibly a world epidemic. Oh great! Just when I get a virus that doesn't want to go, there's a fucking world killer epidemic coming out. Just to add, insult to injury. When I'm already stressed out over having, a trotty bot, and which never happens at the best of times, does it? You can never set aside. Well, I'm actually not well at the moment, but I'm going to set aside this hour to sit on the carsy. Yep. And I'll be okay. No. It'll happen when you're on the fucking train going to or from work. Yes, it'll happen when you're on a street corner. you just walk round, the corner to get some food from a shop, or you're on the way to a pub, or you're in a pub, and suddenly, it's happening. But as the saying, the oft-told saying always tells, shit happens. And but as I say, it's a side effect of the antibiotics. Not everyone gets that, but I'm someone who has, I have a lactose intolerance, but that kind of sometimes other things, well, there's lactose in many things, and it's dairy stuff. There's little hints of dairy in pretty much everything. There's a little splash of dairiness, and that makes life rather unpleasant for people in my predicament, because you don't always see it on the labelling and the ingredients and the packaging. This stuff's gonna upset your tummy, something chronic. But buy it anyway, because you never know, you could be alright, and it tastes great. So it hit me again, after getting better. So I saw a doctor again, and I saw a different doctor. And the funny thing was, last week in the waiting room, it was absolutely stuffed to the rafters with people coughing their heads off. And I just walked in and I thought, oh, you're joking me. This is nasty. This is the end of the world. It's the apocalypse. Mankind's finally being chiselled off by some epidemic it cannot contain. And justifiably so. since we've destroyed the fucking world, nature is going to fight back. And I went in yesterday, and like all woe is me, and I walked in, and I was the only person there. There was no one else in this. Usually, it's a big waiting room, and you know when it's full, you're talking like 80, maybe 100 people are going to be in there, and it was empty. So I walked up, and the receptionist is like, yes, like fucking Grim Reapers, not a good sign anyway. At the best of times, and I said, well, where is everybody? And she went, we've cured them all. And I went, or killed them all. And she went, we don't kill anybody. Could have fooled me. Because your sense of humour has died a death. You killed that off right away, didn't you? And I saw the doctor, different doctor, and another woman, and she went, oh yes, you've had a secondary chest infection. I said, well, yeah, I know, but then it went, and now it's come back again. Does that make it a third chest infection? A thirdary? And she went, no, that would be death. I said, I've got a sore throat this time, and although my chest wasn't congealed and, I wasn't coughing up tons of phlegmy, mucousy, membranous garbage, I was just coughing little tiny bits and globules of nothingness. And it is a bit more chesty, and I was a bit more bunged up, and I was getting one of those weird headaches which sort of runs like this. Oosh. It's almost like it's taking, it's measured out right angles, and it's going to carve out half your skull, and then put icicles in there, sharp icicles. Not good. Bit of a sea shanty playing now from Black Sails. I'm still enamoured with Black Sails, and she went, no, a third infection would be death. That would be pneumonia. Right, she went, no, it just never left you. In fact, it's the same infection since before Christmas. It's just battled on. She said, basically, when we gave you the last prescription of antibiotics, we either didn't give you a long enough course, or they weren't strong enough. And I did say to her, I said, by the way, is antibiotics, do they give you diarrhea? She goes, oh yes, they flush your system out, yes, so that's not a surprise at all. So I found that quite distressing, to be honest. So, well, what can you do for me? She said, well, I'm going to prescribe you the same antibiotics. Oh no, oh God, no. So I'm going to get the shits all over again. Better the shits than death, perhaps. No way! So, anyway, I'm back on the meds, and remarkably, I had a good night's sleep, and I feel a lot better today. Oh, I'm not going to fall for it again. Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, hey. And then a few days later, that metaphorical noose tightens around my neck and squeezes so hard that the diarrhea just floods out. Not a good combination, is it really? It's not a good combination at all. But I do know plenty of people who've suffered pretty much the same bug, which is good. And it's, Billy Connolly always does that sketch about, oh, there's a bug going round, oh, just one. This one bug. But it is like that. This one nasty bug is just hopping from people to people, from skull to skull, up noses, down throats, in ears, other places. I mean, it must go in and then come out, and then find its next victim. Oh, having a good time in there. Plenty of stuff smothering me wings now. He'll do. In the meantime, of course, I think I may have said I had masks on the way. Well, fucking loads of them turned up. Hey! So, at some point throughout this day and tomorrow, I'm going to review them, because while I'm feeling a bit chipper, a bit more chipper, a bit brighter, I'm going to cover some stuff. I've also got a big Ray Harryhausen sort of festival thing lined up, but we'll come on to that. I mean, the last few days I've felt like a stop motion fucking monster, just trying to get out of bed. It's like you've got someone, moulding your body, and it's taking like 3 hours just to move your arm. And then you get out, and then you're woozy as hell. Oh God! And look at me. I do weights a lot, but you quite clearly see, not only am I pale as hell, There's nothing left of me. It's Burns night. Now, ordinarily, we'd be going out. I'd be in all my Highland regalia. I'd have the ghillie shirt on. I'd have the Highland chieftain waistcoat, probably an Argyle jacket on top of that. My skiing do, my sporran, over-shoulder plaid fly, the works. But this is Kilt-Man has sort of put the kibosh on that in a way, because I think she wants. We've done it year in year out, but because this weekend is a big hodgepodge of Burns Night and Chinese New Year. Isn't that funny? This epidemic, this Chinese, what's it called, coronavirus, it's threatened by Chinese New Year because that's the time when billions and billions of Chinese people are going to travel all around China, on all of Asia, but not only there, but to America, Australia, the UK, and Europe, to go and visit friends and relatives because it's Chinese New Year. And so, but if they've actually closed down all travel from what was it, Wushen, Wu-Pang, Wu something anyway, Wu-Tang Clan, where the epicenter of this plague started, was the fish market. So don't get your king prawn stir fry. I'd stay clear of that. But Mrs. Kilt-Man, almost, to flaunt the dangers of all this, like, I thought we'd get a big Chinese, and you can sit there, you can drink your whiskey, but we'll have a big Chinese banquet. But, Mum, it's Burns night. I know, but we do it every year. You can drink your whiskey. That's the Burns side of it. How about this suggestion? Methinks that tonight we indulge in the Scottish side of things, in the Burns night, and then tomorrow, the Chinese New Year, we have Chinese night. Best of all worlds. It's two celebrations. Anyway, not sure if that one's panned out as yet, but because my suggestions always seem to go down like a fucking lead balloon, Anyway, so that's a little update for you that, once again, I do apologise for this. And I know I sound really, hey, full of action and spit and vigour, and it's true, I do feel a hell of a lot better, but now I know what this bug is like. I've gotten to know it intimately. I know its secrets. I know its cunning. And my God, it plays you for a fool, It's always got an ace up its sleeve. A shitty, sweaty, greasy, bacteria-laced ace up its sleeve. And just when you think you're over it all and you're having a big laugh, joke, it throws its ace onto the table. And down you go. The throat just goes like Darth Vader with the Rebel Commander. Where are the plans? Where are the plans? Or whatever he says, like. But so it's not good. It's not good. So if you guys have suffered this bug, let us know. Let me hear your tales of woe and misery. Because I've lost 2 days there. I lost days last week, and I've lost 2 more this week. If they gave you the choice, when you're lying there at the worst of it, you're having these feverish sort of nightmares and everything's blaring into one, you're kind of delirious and all that, like you've had too many lemsips, which also knock your stomach as well. So beware of that one. And I was like, you're lying there, and if suddenly, one of the angels appeared, or a demon, and said, look, the choice is yours. On the one hand, suffer, on the other hand, death. Plain, simple, easy choice. But you make it now. At that point in time, if someone made you that ultimatum, you'd take death. You would. I know that sounds fucking miserable, but you would. That's how bad you feel. It rocks everything. You get all numb and crazy sensations and like all that wooziness. People shoot up drugs and drink to excess and combine the two just to get that feeling. Are you mad? It's not pleasant. It's not pleasant at all. And we had a meeting at work on that Wednesday morning, where I had to stand and like listen to this, and it went on for like a fucking hour and a half. And an hour in, I was struggling for the first 5 minutes. And when you get that sudden feeling that, oh shit, I'm gonna pass out. Oh my God. But I'm Kilt-Man. I don't pass out. Yes, you can, but you've got to dig deep, because you don't want to go, because there's desks involved, and you don't want to smack your noggin on someone's desk, take out a computer and a monitor and someone's phone, or go through the window, because that could happen too. So you have to look, you hold on for as long as you can, and you think, no, I'm passing out from the feet upwards. I best move while I can still summon some control over my limbs. I legged it out of there, splashed cold water in my face, and then realised I was in the toilet. So I was like, oh, fucking hell! Drink of water, oh god. And then waited about 10-15 minutes. Okay, I feel a bit better now. Oh, the meeting must be over. Walk back in. Fucking meeting was still going on. Oh, I did the walk of shame back in. I was dripping with water. It's not good, is it? It's not good, I live my life like I'm some kind of hero, and I suppose it's probably a good thing that once in a while, life just goes, hey, look, you ain't, the hero that you think you are. Oh yeah, you strut around in your kilt, and by the way, it's the perennial favourite, the one for this time of year, one for Burns Night. It's the Stuart Black, and I pretty much will be wearing something later on of more Highland finery with the over-shoulder plant fly. I'm going to do it, I don't care. Unless I pass out in the meantime. But it's like life reminds you that, look, you strut around thinking you're the Kilt-Man, you are the modern barbarian, It reminds you that, no, you're just as fallible as anybody else. And if I want to make you feel like shit, I'm going to make you feel like shit. Well, nature, I doff my cap to you, sir. Mom, you definitely know how to make someone feel like shit, because that's what I've spent the last few days being like, and it was the worst as well. I've made a quicker recovery after this little bout, but again, maybe that's the bloody amoxicillin. So, what are you going to give me this time, doctor? Because obviously that just gave me the shits, and didn't really work. Well, the course wasn't long enough, was it? And the tablets weren't strong enough. So what are you going to do? We're going to give you more of the same. And this should see it off. See it off, or see me off? What is their prime tactic? Do they want to kill you, the host, and keep the bacteria alive? Maybe that's what they're doing. That's why we're all getting ill and never getting better. That's what they're doing. Oh, they say, the drugs aren't strong enough anymore because the bugs are getting wise and then evolving. Well, maybe you're just not keeping up with the bugs. Maybe you're doing it on purpose to try and create these ultra powerful viruses. And in the meantime, you're all injecting yourselves with ultra serum so you can survive all these patients coming and going snotting and drooling all over the place. Folks, whilst I'm back, I've got 2 missions to do before I speak to you next. I've got to take the dog out, and I've got to have something to eat. That's pretty simple. But then I will do another little video on one of the masks. So, guys, in the meantime and in between time, God, try and stay safe. Stay healthy. Learn from me. I am the germ sponge. I take all these on board. I battle them, so you don't have to. Funny how my kids have been so resilient throughout this. Oh, he says, touching wood. And Mrs. Kilt-Man, they haven't suffered at all. Tell a lie, my daughter got the sniffles. She went, Dad, you giving me a cold. At the time, I was about 10 duvets on me, woolly hats, 10 t-shirts and sweatshirts, sweating cobs and feverish and yet freezing cold. And she went, Dad, you giving me a cold. You can't be so lucky, that's all you've got. Fucking hell, I've got ying tong yiddly eye po. Anyway, and the shits, I'll have you not. Try that on for size. So, anyway, stay safe, stay happy, stay frisky, drink whiskey. And I'm going to see you all very shortly, but that transpires as... Please, let me live. Yes! Don't order Chinese.